Hey traders, this is Ron Hayden at Market Tamer. Happy Monday. As always, nothing in this presentation shall constitute a recommendation to buy or sell any security. Trading stocks and options involves risk, and specific financial issues should always be addressed by your financial advisor. We'll start off here with the Dow. The Dow was down at the market open due to the terrible news about the Boeing and the Ethiopian airline crash. It ended up finishing higher by $2, about 0.8%. If I zoom in really close, you can see we closed back above the 5-day in blue and the 20-day in red. That does give the bulls a short-term edge, just like that. If we roll over tomorrow, and today was just a one-day bounce, the target remains the 50 and the 200-day, and that's what we want to keep an eye on. If we take a look at SPY, it was up 1.45% today, gap higher, closed back above the moving averages. The dailies, all back to being bullish right now. How about the Qs? There we go, finished up 2%, three plus dollars, almost closed back above these highs as well. This seems to be a one-day blip. I'm curious if this is going to turn into a trading range or if that was it and here we go again. But the fact that we're back above the 20-day, the 50-day is not the target now. Now we just need to break these highs and then it's back up to all-time highs for resistance. If we would roll over, we take out this little low here from Friday, then we go to the 50-day. But you probably already knew that. Here is the IWM, the Russell 2000. It too, really nice pop, 1.75%, closed back above both short-term moving averages, the blue, which is the 5-day, and the red, which is the 20-day. If we roll over, target 50-day, below the 50-day, then we go back down here. So dailies on the major averages, bullish. How about Apple? It popped on an upgrade by B of A. We talked about Apple after it broke through from earnings, that it went on a buy signal. And then it's just been going sideways. It got below the 20-day, but it closed back above it. And today we get the pop. Target 200-day at 190, above 190, back up into this consolidation range in the 210 area. Those are technical targets. What I would watch for on the downside, in case maybe tomorrow or Wednesday or the next day would be an ugly day, watch the low from Friday. We get below 170. Then the 50 days the target, then a gap fills the target. Facebook was also upgraded today. Although it came off its highs, it could not hold the highs even with the strong market. It did finish up 1.46%. It did not close above the previous highs, but nonetheless, it's still holding above the 20 days. So this is bullish right now on the daily charts. NVDA is buying Mellanox. It outbid Intel, and apparently those folks who trade NVIDIA liked it. Stock up nearly 7%, $10+, big spike in volume. If we can just close over some of these highs, the chart starts to tilt more and more bullish. And then this last one right here, which is the gap fill area around 175. So in the immediate future, what is that? 164, above 164, 175, above 175, 200. Now Boeing was in the news all day today. It was down double digits and it finished down $22, 5.33%. It was almost down, it was getting close to its 200-day. That's how crazy the move was. The news was terrible. The move, ended up closing near the highs of the day at $400. As of right now, the technical trend is now shifting to bearish on Boeing. However, they have to figure out what the black boxes say. So purely from a stock perspective, right now, there is an unknown. This thing could drop potentially a lot more. It could rally. There was a lot of talk about it being a software glitch. Software can be fixed. If it's a fuselage issue with the 737 MAX, that's a whole nother ballgame. But, what do you do at this point? Well, if I had Boeing shares and it was a big piece of my portfolio and today's drop would bother me, it sounds like I would need some protection via some long puts, maybe going out 120, 150 days, 180 days, something a little longer term until this settles down over the near term. If they come out from what I heard and they just say software, this can be fixed. I mean, it's a tragedy what happened, absolutely. But if it's a software fix and then everything's quote back to normal, well, then the stock's probably going to go right back up to its highs would be the implied theory. Now, SPR, which apparently makes part of the Boeing plane, the fuselage from what I heard, this thing was also down, ended up being down 3.75%, but it was down at $87. It was far worse at one point, just like Boeing. Again, is it going to be software, fuselage? Who knows? Hopefully all the planes will remain safe, and that's what they're sort of saying right now, but that's not for me to comment on. Just got to wait and see is my point of view. But either way, if you're trading Boeing or SPR, there's a lot of uncertainty right now, and it could go either way. PYX is a stock I brought in a while ago. This is PYX US, PYXis. It broke above the 200-day here, retested the 20-day. You can see right here. Today we get a nice volume pop. Once we clear these highs, which pretty much were today's intraday highs, frankly up here, that's the next technical target. And then last but not least is Wyndham, WYND. This sold off and it's right at its 200-day and 50-day. 200 days purple, 50 days orange. These are SMAs. We break that, guess what? 35 bucks is the target. Right now, that is the line in the sand. It needs to stay above there. This was such a nice, well, sort of a straight line, but an organized climb. There's no pausing really in here. So it can easily take that back, and it can take it back in a hurry. That is it. Wish you guys all the very best. We'll be traveling for business later in the week, so I don't know if I'm going to have a video every night. We should have one tomorrow, but then Wednesday and Thursday, I do not know. If the market does move wildly, I'll still try to find time to get one in. So have a great day. See you in the next video.